Before you even speak, a silent judgment is cast. You felt it, haven't you? That subtle shift in a room's energy, that quick glance that doesn't quite meet your eyes. This isn't personal, it's primal. Long before anyone knows your character, your appearance writes the first chapter of your story. And if that chapter screams poverty or disorder, the world will often read you as a liability, not an asset. This isn't about vanity. It's about the brutal, biological math of human perception. For centuries, thinkers like Machiavelli knew this. The vulgar are always taken by appearances. Most people judge by the surface because the surface is all they see. Think about the last person you instinctively dismissed. What did you notice? A frayed collar, a hesitant posture, a gaze that avoided contact. You made a calculation in milliseconds, conserving your mental energy. In that moment, you played the ancient, unforgiving game of status. When you project neediness, you attract predators. When you signal chaos, you repel allies. Your exterior isn't just fabric and posture. It's a declaration of your internal state. Why does the scent of lack trigger such a universal recoil? Because the human mind is wired for efficiency, not fairness. It relies on shortcuts. And your image is the most immediate shortcut available. A slumped shoulder is read as a slumped spirit. A scuffed shoe is interpreted as a scattered mind. This is the halo effect, this cruel twin. One sign of neglect taints the entire perception of you. If you can't command the territory of your own appearance, why would anyone trust you to command a project, a team, or a vision? The visual is treated as proof. To neglect it is to sabotage your own potential. You're telling a story that says, I am not worth the effort, and the world, taking you at your word, believes you. This principle governs the flow of every resource. Imagine two people walk into a bank for a loan. One wears the tension of his need on his face, his clothes whispering desperation. The other moves with a calm certainty, his grooming precise, his demeanor implying he has other options. Who gets the loan? The one who signals he doesn't desperately need it. Money flows toward the appearance of abundance and flees from the scent of need. When you look like a cost, people avoid you. When you look like an investment, they seek you out. Your appearance is your first and most critical sales pitch. Master Italiano. Thanks for watching. If this idea resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights.
Abundance isn't shown by a logo. It's shown by an immaculate seam, a sharp line, a state of repair. A crisp, inexpensive shirt outranks a stained luxury item every single time. Discipline costs nothing but will. This is the hygiene of the non-poor, a visible removal from the dust of mere survival. But this runs far deeper than fabric. It's in your physiology, your very presence. There is a poverty gaze, an apologetic habit of breaking eye contact first, of physically shrinking in a doorway. Contrast this with the royal gaze, steady, assessing, comfortable occupying space. You can dress a man in the finest clothes, but if he holds the look of a supplicant, the finery becomes a costume. You can dress another in simple clothes, but if he carries the calm of a sovereign, he appears to be in disguise. Power is still, scarcity is frantic. The impoverished mind is noisy with complaints, with over-explanation, with anxious chatter just to fill silences. But silence is the canvas of power. When you are quiet, others project their own assumptions onto you. They wonder what you know. They perform for your approval. But the moment you complain about the price of fuel or how tired you are, the spell shatters. You become common. You align yourself with the chorus of struggle, not the architects above it. This extends to your digital temple, your online presence. The man who documents every meal and minor grievance broadcasts a spiritual poverty, a deep hunger for validation. The man who shares rarely, but with devastating precision, signals a life too rich for constant capture. Scarcity creates value. Make your words deliberate. Make your presence an event. And then, the hardest audit of all, your circle. You are visually averaged with the 5 people you are most often seen with. This isn't betrayal, it's optics. Machiavelli noted a leader is judged by the quality of his counsel. If you are surrounded by those wearing the uniform of defeat, speaking the language of victimhood, you will be painted with that same brush. You must compartmentalize. On the battlefield of your ascent, walk with other warriors. Your image is not vanity. It is the armor for your soul's ambition. This is the ultimate alchemy. When you systematically erase the signals of poverty from your life, a transformation occurs. You are treated with more respect. Respect opens doors. Doors present resources. The external costume begins to reconstruct the internal man. You start to believe your own projection. The mask hardens into bone. You act with the confidence of the person you have dressed as, and the world, desperate for certainty, responds to your command. You are the author, the costume designer, and the lead actor in the story of your life. Are you dressing for the role of the victim, the extra, the forgotten character? Or are you dressing for the role of the sovereign, the architect, the force to be reckoned with? The wardrobe department is yours. The script is yours to rewrite. This understanding is just the first step. The true mechanics, the precise psychological triggers and unspoken frameworks that allow you to dominate any room or territories we QOYR fully explore on this open channel. The algorithm has its limits, and the most potent knowledge exists in the shadows. If this has shifted something in you, if you see the battlefield more clearly now, then you are not like the others. Make sure you are subscribed. But if you want to step into the architect's chamber, to access the uncensored deep dives into perception warfare, I invite you to join my private community. The deepest strategies remain for those who choose to go further. Most will not, that is the point. But before you go, do one thing for this channel. If this video clarified the game for you, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm that this is a place for those who want to see clearly. Thank you.